I was recording some thoughts of mine, and in doing so, it brought me back into remembrance of a important, special, just a godless situation, right? One of them. God has allowed me to experience a few of His amazing abilities that He has in my lifetime. And so this particular year, it was 1986. And in 1986, I was 5 years old. It was right after my birthday, too, and I always wanted a big wheel, right? And so my mama, she saved up, got me a big wheel for my birthday. And I treated that big wheel like it was a car, y'all. And I ain't saying that it was a good thing, because once again, I was 5 years old. When I was taking that big wheel over people's houses in the neighborhood, I'm parking in their yards, in their driveways. I'm really driving in my mind, right? And it wasn't nothing but God the whole time keeping me safe, because I'm talking about I'm going around blind spots and over blind spot hills. You know what I mean? And so, and if anybody know McAfee, they know what I mean. I stayed right there on the corner of McAfee, and it was another street that ran off of I stayed right off of Marion Circle, and on the corner of another street that ran off of McAfee. Cause you know it, right by the lake, that little house right there. And so one day, and like I said, it was 86, and anybody know that house that used to sit up on that hill? Warren them used to stay in that house up on that hill. And Sarita them. And so up on that hill, man, it used to be really, really steep. They done leveled it now. It ain't as steep as it used to be. And I used to go down that driveway really fast on my big wheel, right? I'm pedaling, and anybody, like I said, I come off of there, I make that little left, and I would just coast up that next hill into the driveway and pedal until I got to my parking spot. I thought it was the coolest thing, right? And it was for me, right? Not understanding, I guess, somewhat the danger that could have gotten into. So this one particular day, I'm leaving, coming down the driveway, getting it, and here come a car, y'all. And if I would have kept and done my normal routine, I would have went up underneath this car. And if it wasn't nothing but Jesus and God when I say this, y'all, I made a U-turn in the bottom of their driveway, still pedaling though. And I went right back up the driveway, y'all. I had so much momentum and force and all this different stuff. And I went back up the driveway. Turned around at the top of the driveway and parked that junk like I was just cool and Sarita hadn't even gone in the house yet, right? So she looking at me like, where you come from? Because she know I just went down that hill, her driveway, I should say, in which I had just done so. I had just went down her driveway, and normally I wouldn't come back. And so as in the process of getting off my big wheel, I touched the wheel of that big wheel, because it was made out of plastic. And it was hot, y'all. And it's gonna come into play when it's all said and done. So I'm leaving. I hear a popping sound. And my big wheel ain't moving as fast as it normally does. And I'm pedaling a little bit harder just to get up some speed, right? So I hit the next street, Marion Circle, and I'm still having to pedal. I couldn't even coast up that next obstacle like I normally would. But I made it to the driveway without having to get off of it or nothing. And I'm pedaling, right? It just ain't moving like it normally would. And I heard a second popping sound, not realizing what was going on. I looked behind me looking for a stick. I ain't see none, I don't think. I had to get off of it and park it because it wouldn't even turn like it normally would. Something just wasn't right. So I thought I'd figure it out once I went in the house, got some water, looked around, saw that my brother and my mama them was in the house. You know what I'm saying? And so all it took maybe 2 minutes. We get the water right out the sink, throw the cup in the sink or whatever, go, move on, which might not have been right. But anyway, I go around to my parking spot, y'all. And the middle of my big wheel sitting there. and the wheels just sitting off on the side, like somebody just done came through and broke them off and left the wheels there and just left everything in proper position to an extent. So I had to turn away. I looked down the driveway and had to look back because it's still like, wait a minute. And I know ain't nobody in the house came out the house and did this. I can't blame nobody. Can't go in there fussing and crying and screaming, right? Because I know I just saw my brother and my mama in the house. And ain't nobody out here. But yeah, that's the story I want to tell y'all about. And it wasn't nothing but the glory of God. Because like I said, I would have went up underneath that car. I also lost my big wheel that day too, as you hear. You know what I mean? And that was the, what's the word I'm looking for? The mystery solved about the big wheel, because I wondered about that when I was little, because I couldn't comprehend it at the time. Like, what really just happened? You know what I'm saying? So I might have went in the house and silently cried to myself about my big wheel, but I couldn't fuss. I couldn't throw nothing. But y'all be safe out there. Glory be to God.